Today we're going to show you how to change the spinner kit on your dishwasher. It's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a small flat blade screwdriver. Let me show you how we do it. Now to replace that upper spinner, first thing we're going to need to do is remove both of the racks. To remove the upper rack, we need to remove the rack stops first. Just press the locking tab. Lift up on them and slide the rack right out. Next we need to remove the lower spray arm. It's held in place with a locking nut that is left-hand thread, so we're going to turn it clockwise to loosen it. Just lift the spray arm off and set it aside. Now the next piece we need to remove is this spray arm tower. It's held in place at the top of the tub with a couple of spring clips, and as well at the back with a couple of spring clips. They lock onto joining tabs on the spray tower. So we'll first release those. And then we're going to turn that whole tower assembly clockwise as we're looking down at it to disengage it from pump cover. If you look at the center of that pump cover, you'll see where the engagement tabs line up. Well, once we line those up so that they're free, we'll just lift it off and we'll take it out and set it on a suitable work surface. Now with the tower assembly out, we can see where the upper spinner is, and it sits on a bearing that's held in place with a little locking pin. So we'll just take a small flat blade screwdriver, go in under the head of that pin, and pry outward on it. And we've released the old spinner. Now we'll take the new spinner, and with the jagged side up, you'll notice on the back side of it there's a beveled edge to that hole that the bearing will drop into. So we insert that into the spray tower. And we'll take our locking pin and snap it into place. Now with the spinner in place, we're ready to reinstall the spray tower. Now before we put the spray tower back in, first thing we'll want to do is just tweak those locking tabs a little tighter. And we'll set the spray tower in place. Press down on the center until it lines up. Lock it in place. Next, we'll engage those tabs. Reinstall the lower spray arm. Again, is the left-hand thread, so we're going to turn it counterclockwise to tighten it. Make sure it turns freely. And we'll reinstall the racks. Slide the rails out. Engage the rear rails first. And pull the rails out far enough that we can put the rack stops in. Make sure the little locking tab on those rack stops has got enough tension on it to lock it in place. Next, the bottom rack. And our repair is complete.